And so today we gather saying, ouch, as we try to understand what on earth Jesus is saying to his church with this humdinger of a passage. He said, how do we respond to these words in a world that's already has such profound violence and abuse, often against families, spouses, children, the elderly? Is Jesus really saying that hate is a mark of discipleship? Now, let me start by sharing what I believe to be true about this passage that might set at least some of us, our minds, more at ease. No, friends, I do not for a moment believe that Jesus is calling us to literally hate our family. All right, everybody breathe a sigh of relief. Whew. I believe that for two reasons. First of all, for Jesus to be literal in this sense would contradict almost everything else that he said and did in his earthly ministry. Elsewhere in the gospel, specifically in Luke's gospel, Jesus affirms the Shema, which says that love of God and love of neighbor, which can't be done apart from one another, is the highest calling of any follower of God. And additionally, we have to admit that at least one of his disciples, Peter, we know was married. Jesus himself had a cousin named John, a mother named Mary, an earthly father named Joseph, several brothers and sisters. And we have no evidence that Jesus hated any of them. So it's, I think, hard to imagine a world in which Jesus would expect his followers to do anything differently. And secondly, I believe Jesus did not intend to promote hate in any form, because the Greek word here, meseo, for hate, can also just as easily be translated as to love less or to have a relative disregard for, both of which are quite different from the connotation of hate that you and I equate to such emotional aggression.